Hello everyone. The Aussie dominance continued like yesterday against Bangladesh. They just humiliated, annihilated, embarrassed, whatever you say. They won the match by 10 wickets. 199 or 200 was the target only. But Alisa Hilly was like, I will smash a century again. And she completely bamboozled Bangladesh. It was a reality check, very bad reality check because just before this game, they gave a reality check to South Africa and England. So there are a lot of expectations on Bangladeshi Tigresses. I would say Tigers are there. But Bangladesh Tigers that they will produce a good performance. They did also, but the bowling wasn't that much good. And even Australia dropped around 6 catches. Not very familiar. It sounds like, right. So yes, so in the panel we have got on my left hand side in the blue t-shirt there is Ayan Chatterjee, and my below there is Anup Konnur sir and Ayush Shekhar. So. Uh, what do you make out of yesterday's game, Ayan Chatterjee? Like Australia's dominance or it was Bangladesh casualness?
I think Australia's dominance. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, Bangladesh, if you look at it from the bat, they were just dominant. I mean, they chased it down inside 25 overs, the 200 runs target or 199 target, whatever it was. Alisa Healy with a magnificent 100. Phoebe Litchfield also, not to forget, 84. She was the initial aggressor before Healy took over. So if you notice that, that was the thing. With the ball, Australia were good. Australia were good with the ball. They made two changes yesterday. Darcy Brown came into the side in place of Kim Gart. I think rotation policy, although Brown didn't have a good day, and Georgia Vera also came in place of Sophie Molyneux. Lana King bowled really well, 10 overs, 2 for 18, and the others also supported her. But Australia were not at their best. And the reason I'll say they were not at their best is because you mentioned already at the top of the show that they dropped 6 catches. And that is really unlike Australia. I mean, they don't drop that many catches. Despite that, Bangladesh only got to 198. Now, that is a sorry state of affairs. Yes, Bangladesh are fighting and everything, but we had already mentioned when we were previewing this game that Bangladesh will at the most reach 220, 230 against Australia, and that won't be enough. Here they couldn't even cross the 200 mark. When you score 198 for 9, you expect to win against Australia? I mean, seriously, it's not going to happen. And then Australia just showed what close match. We will not even think they wanted to make a statement because they and England were swapping places, 1 and 2. England were going up, Australia were going up. Australia were like, let us send a message to England also, and to the rest of the squad what we are made of. And they just showed that 10 wicket victory with more than half the game to spare, 10 wickets in hand. I mean, just incredible. They're slowly peaking at the right time, Australia. And that is danger sign for the other oppositions, let me tell you. It's, I mean, they got confidence, I think, from the 331 chase against India because that was the confidence builder for them. And now here we are. They've beaten they've beaten Bangladesh very easily, and the perfect build up for the next game against England, which will be on 22nd at indoor. That will be a blockbuster. So Australia preparing really well. I think they've got England and South Africa to finish the league stage. They're the first team officially, by the way, to qualify for the semi-finals. They've become that with this victory against Bangladesh. So congratulations to them. And for Bangladesh, it is a case of where they have to forget this game and come back harder in their remaining games and fight. They fought well, but yesterday they were just outplayed. They were shown what they are. Reality check for the Bangladeshis.
Yes, it was quite a one way comprehensive victory for Australia because Alisa Ali, it looked like she was making fun of Bangladesh bowling lineup. Like you have the spinners, you have the fast bowlers. So I will smash you around the park, back you around the park. He said. So Anup sir, your take on yesterday's game? Like, has Australia now completely 100% favorites to win the World Cup?
Yeah, now as we all have predicted before the World Cup has started, that it was like Australia's World Cup to lose. मतलब अगर कोई गलती ऑस्ट्रेलिया खुद कर ले तो वो वर्ल्ड कप लूज करेगी वरना ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज dominant and as we have stated in SWOT analysis and pre-analysis, it's like Australia is a favorite to win their 8 titles. Saying so, yesterday just I was having a, before the coming to the top, I was just having a casual chat with my friend, and I said, what are these Australian women made of? Nerves of steel or what? Or that Aussie mindset? What is that they are made of? So he just smiled and jokingly said, "No, these are not girls. These are actually monsters on the field." And literally yesterday in the match versus Bangladesh, it was proved that why they are actually the monsters, especially in women cricket. cricket. Just see the target of 202, it looks in women cricket, ठीक है 40 ओवर में चेस हो जाएगा फॉर एवरी अदर टीम, 40 में हो जाएगा, 42 में हो जाएगा, बट ऑस्ट्रेलिया 24.5 ओवर्स, 202 फॉर जीरो, काम खत्म, चलो घर. And that's घर in the sense, चलो semi-finals. And that too in such a comprehensive manner, like the 16-year-old Phoebe Litchfield. Yes, Alyssa Healy continued her stellar form. She loves YZ, I would say. Because versus India, she scored 142 at YZ. Yesterday, she scored 117 not out at YZ only. So she is loving YZ. And her form in World Cups is devastating, because if we pick up her last 6 matches in the World Cup right from 2022, she has 4 centuries in the World Cup. So her form in the World Cup is somewhat devastating. मतलब बड़े स्टेज पे बड़े लोग जागृत हो जाते हैं, वैसे हो चुकी है एलिसा हिली जी. दिस इज अ बिग स्टेज, कम ऑन, बिग स्टेज पे एज अ कैप्टन वो जागृत हो चुके. पर more likely, I would love to speak about this Phoebe Litchfield, a 16-year-old prodigy. She is playing her first World Cup. In 32 matches yesterday, she has raced to her 8th career half century, first in the World Cup. She replaced Beth Mooney at the top, because Beth Mooney initially used to open for Australia. But जब नई बंदी आई, so Australia gave her the chance to replace right left combination करने के लिए. बेथ मोनी खुद नीचे 4th नंबर पे आना चालू हो देती है, 3rd पे एलिस पेरी है. एंड सो she replaced Beth Mooney at the top, but her play in the power play is like very unorthodox. मतलब उनको उसको लेडी ग्लेन मैक्सवेल बोलते हैं, with switch hits, reverse sweeps, scoops and pure proper batting. She annihilates the opposition at the top only. इंडिया के साथ भी 85 रन की ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप 10 ओवर में थी, वहां से 331 का बेस बना. Yesterday also they raced around to 100 runs partnership within 13-14 overs. So वहां से ह्यूज वेस्ट. एंड बांग्लादेश वाज नो मैच टू ऑस्ट्रेलिया. मतलब बांग्लादेश बॉलर्स आज तक अच्छी बॉलिंग करते आए थे. दे रिड्यूस्ड few teams to 78 for 5 or 79 for 5, but Australia was a no match for Bangladesh. Coming to Australian bowling, yes, their Bangladesh started well. They were around 34 without loss in first 7 overs, and they started well. All their batsmen got the start, but after that, when Alan came, the same old problem of Bangladesh arise थी. मिडल ओवर में उनको रन ही करने नहीं आते. And what a inspirational spell, I would say, of bowling by Alana Thin. She told that her मैं Tindu Yati, because it's like 10 overs, 4 maidens, 18 runs and 2 wickets. That completely shook Bangladesh. No one contributed. Yes, hats off to शोभना मोस्त्री. उसने अपनी करियर की दूसरी और वर्ल्ड कप की भी दूसरी हाफ सेंचुरी मार दी. ओनली बांग्लादेशी वुमन टू डू सो. 65 रन और मार दिए, which they took them to 198 for 9 से, और 6 कैचेस. तो इट वाज ए एबरेशन फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलियन काइंड ऑफ क्रिकेट, बिकॉज इतनी फील्डिंग में मिस्टेक्स करते नहीं है, एज आयन मेंशन. So apart from that, Bangladesh has no answer to Australian onslaught, and it was right कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया आप सारे मैचेस जीतते ही. अनफॉर्चुनेट है तुम तो, वो कोलंबो के वेदर कंडीशंस की वजह से शेयर करना पड़ा पॉइंट. बट विथ 9 पॉइंट्स ऑस्ट्रेलिया आर अबव ऑफ ऑल. और आप आधे जाते सिर्फ अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया गलती करेगी तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया वर्ल्ड कप हार सकती है, वरना दिस इज द 8th टाइटल फॉर ऑस्ट्रेलिया टू विन. नो वन इज टॉप इन. अब आधे जाते इंग्लैंड है सेमीफाइनल्स में, तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ मोस्ट प्रोबेबली अगर इंडिया 4th पे है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया फर्स्ट पे है, इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया सेमीफाइनल होगा. एंड अदर साउथ अफ्रीका आती है तो साउथ अफ्रीका ऑस्ट्रेलिया सेमीफाइनल होता है. नो, न्यूजीलैंड आती है, न्यूजीलैंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया होता है, पता नहीं तो ना रहे. एंड साउथ अफ्रीका ऑस्ट्रेलिया, England Australia match would be a blockbuster. England can give that fight to or nightmares to Australia. South Africa, I don't think they have that courage to give nightmares to Australia. Yes, they can give a fight, but saying so, Australia semi-final तक तो आप safe है. Semi-final on a given day कुछ भी हो सकता है in big tournament, so we have to watch and see. But Australia are well set to win their 8th title.
Yes, and Australia, the red hot favorites. Like the peculiarity of Australian women's team is that no, Bet Money opener at number four position. Ashley Gardner also sometimes bats at the top of the order, number four, number five. So they have made the players acclimatized to all the scenarios before the World Cup itself. We saw in the first game against New Zealand like 120 odd runs for 5 wickets down. That didn't bother Ashley Gardner or anyone. They easily scored the target close to 300. That's how planning. This is multiple scenarios, combinations, permutations, combinations, and everything. This is hats off and literally to Australian cricket team at the administration of women's cricket team and everything. They have made the players ready for every situation. That's how you win tournaments. It's not like top order only needs to score runs. There is Ashley Gardner, there is Georgia Wareham, there are a lot of players there. सो आयुष शेखर आपको क्या लगता है मतलब ऑस्ट्रेलिया अभी पीक हो रहा है तो ये खतरे की बात है या फिर सिर्फ एक थोड़ा सा हल्का सा दिया जलाया है जो अभी कभी भी बुझ सकता है आपको क्या लगता है
अ, ये ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम है, कोई साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम नहीं है कि ग्रुप स्टेज में अच्छा किया, जैसे ही नॉकआउट स्टेज आया तो आपके हाथ पांव खुलने लगे। और मैंने कल ही कहा था कि जो गलती न्यूजीलैंड, इंग्लैंड और साउथ अफ्रीका ने किया था बांग्लादेश के अगेंस्ट, वो गलती ऑस्ट्रेलिया नहीं दोहराएगा, और वो सच निकला। ऑस्ट्रेलिया न बॉलिंग में आसपास आने दिया बांग्लादेश को, न बैटिंग जब चेस कर रहा था तब आसपास आने दिया। मैं तो हैरान था कि अलीशा हिली ने इतना मेहनत क्यों किया, इससे अच्छा बेथ मोनी और अलाना किंग को भेज देता ओपनिंग के लिए, वही मार पीट के खत्म कर देती। लेकिन ओपनिंग तो ओपनिंग है, तो जो आएगा सब ऊपर से ही खत्म हो गया मैच, तो क्या कहा जाए। ऑस्ट्रेलिया का यही कहा है कि पहले 10 ओवर में अगर उनकी ओपनिंग पेयर कुछ कर गई तो पर समझ लो कि रिजल्ट उनके फेवर में, गलती हुआ तो ही प्रेशर बिल्ड होगा, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया है तो गलती करेगा नहीं फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग टू एंड।
Yes, Aussies hardly make mistakes. They hardly create a ruckus. We can say a panic button has been pressed. That's the beauty of Australian cricket team. Like we can say the absolute rulers of cricket are Australia. Whether it's men, whether it's women or anyone, they know how to run the game. They know how to win the championships. Let's see if they can win. But I'm still not 100% sure that they will win the ODI World Cup 2025 because someone of South Africa or New Zealand can surprise them. Still a long way to go because semi-finals it can be anyone's day. Like the conditions we have to see and everything how it pans away. So thank you everyone. Thank you Ayan. Thank you Anup sir and Ayush, the three S's of our video. But I would like to say one thing: Australia they don't have a weakness, but that is their weakness. Like the best way to get defeat Australia is to bowl them out. Like Pakistan almost did that, but Bet Muni she smashed a century and everything. It was quite a collective effort. They bat all deep. They have spin bowling options, fast bowling options. Talia Meghrat is also a fast bowling all rounder, just like Elisa Perry. So watch out for them. Don't give them an inch. So let's say it goes ahead. So we'll be back with the very next video. So if you like the video, then only like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are not forcing you. We will continue to do our work. Thank you, everyone.